Hello, my name is John Foltz, and I will be presenting a case study for the Russian hacks of power grids in Ukraine. This video is the rough draft of my case study for the EG 44175 Ethical and Professional Issues in Engineering at the University of Notre Dame in London, 2019 summer. I will spend about 15 seconds at most on this slide. To begin, I will go over an overview of the basic facts of the case so that there is a general knowledge of the case and all of its elements before I dive in depth into each of these topics. The case's study is about the December 23, 2015 incident in which Russian hackers, believed to be the Sandworm team, gained control of Ukrainian power systems in which they were able to shut down the power. A second, extremely similar attack was later carried out against a transmission station, something more vital to the functioning of a power station. This attack was shown to be fully automated, showing the danger that this can easily be carried out repeatedly against other nations. Relating to this, it is widely believed that there will be further attacks against other nations, most vulnerably the United States. As mentioned, an attack against the United States would be more difficult to execute, as we have much more complex and stronger cyber defense. However, the attack would be more damaging and would likely keep systems down for longer. The final aspect of this case is the insurance coverage regarding what would result out of these cyber attacks. Many policies are unclear as to what they cover, and companies therefore try to take advantage. I plan to spend 45 seconds to a minute on this slide. I will now be closely investigating each aspect of the case. The information in the upcoming slides is a basis for further research about each item. The first item to be investigated is the incident. The incident occurred on December 23, 2015. In the incident, 225,000 Ukrainians lost power as a result of cyber attacks and hacking. The attacks prevented those who were working from using and controlling their computers at all, and it also jammed their phone lines. The hackers executed all of these attacks using phishing, so that they were able to gain logins and thus control the grid and shut down it. I plan to spend a minute and a half on this slide. For fixing the attack, there was great difficulty in restoring the power all around the affected areas. As mentioned previously, all computers and phone lines were jammed, so everything had to be reset manually. Engineers had to travel out to substations to manually switch the power on, and they needed to switch to manual controls. I plan to spend 30 to 45 seconds on this slide. Russians were confirmed to be behind the attack. The Sandworm team, people I will further research, is the group believed to be responsible for the attack. Additionally, it is believed the attack is government-supported, showing signs of possible political action in the future, something I want to investigate further. I plan to spend a minute on this slide. There was a second attack carried out against Ukraine in 2017, which was a similar format to the first one that was carried out against the power supplier. It was done again by the Russians. However, this attack was done against a transmission station, something more vital and important to the functional power of a power plant. I hope to research this further and find out who exactly was behind the second attack and the exact reasons for doing so. I plan to spend 1 minute on this slide. Insurance relating to these attacks is very vague, and there are not many clear guidelines as to how much should be paid for how much money is lost during a cyber attack. Additionally, there are not many baselines for insurance coverage, so pricing guidelines are unclear, and many insurers raise their prices if an attack occurs. I hope to research this aspect much more, as I feel it is a vital component to the ethical conversation, and I hope to bring in examples of payouts for previous cyber attacks. I plan to spend 1 minute and 30 seconds on this slide. There's a looming future of cyber warfare in the world right now, and the United States of America is continuously listed as a top target for this cyber warfare. Drawing off of that, traces of the malicious software that were used in Ukrainian attacks have already been found in American computers. Additionally, the second attack on Ukraine was completely automated, showing that the attackers have completely developed an automated war machine. This is another topic I'd like to research, as there are ambiguities in cyber warfare, and there is a very real possibility that cyber attacks can be a large part of the next World War. I plan to spend a minute and 30 seconds on this slide. The main issues of the case are hacking, insurance payouts, the idea of cyber warfare, and creating cyber defense. Hacking is an issue that violates laws by invading someone's privacy along with executing commands on their behalf without their permission. Though there are many negatives, there are also positives. For example, anti-terrorism measures can be strengthened by hacking. Another issue is insurance payouts, as one company will always come ahead and one company will always lose, no matter the payout is. It would be extremely rare for both companies to think any payout is fair. Additionally, it may be seen as unethical for companies to raise their prices if an attack is imminent, especially by taking advantage of them. Another issue is cyber warfare, as warfare is clearly an ethical violation, but there are no clear boundaries as to what can be stopped in cyber warfare. There are some ways in which a cyber war could be less destructive, but there are many more ways in which a cyber war could be more destructive, such as the fact that a simple push of a button after hacking one country's nuclear system could set off a whole entire nuclear war. Finally, creating defense against cyber attacks could be viewed as unethical. These defenses could be used as counterattack measures, but they also need to draw on experience to create the defense, something that is an ethical issue in itself. My current opinions on the issues are as follows. I believe that hacking is unethical for all issues and should be avoided. It invades someone's privacy and can cause a whole deal of issues if it progresses, as the methods could fall into the wrong hands. I believe that the insurance companies should pay out a fair policy, but I believe that they have the right to raise their prices if they believe they will soon have to make a payout within an attack. I think cyber warfare should be avoided at all costs, as I think it allows the potential for a great deal of damage and death at greater ease than other wars. Finally, I think that companies and governments should create defenses for cyber attacks, but they should not counterattack if they are attacked, and they should not be exploratory in finding new defenses by hacking other countries. I plan to do research on this case as a whole, which has the potential to change these opinions and discover new ethic issues. I plan to spend 3 to 5 minutes on this slide and the previous one, as these ideas comprise the bulk of the presentation information. As mentioned throughout the presentation, there are topics that I'm planning to expand for the panel presentation. There are how the attack occurred and more results of it, the second attack, the ramification of the attack, and its relation to cyber warfare and other countries, and the ambiguities of insurance policies. These are references used to create material. Thank you for watching.